Okay, so what's up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. I know I've been gone for a minute, but October is Rett Syndrome Awareness Month, so I'm here to talk about what Rett Syndrome is. But before I start, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Okay, so my daughter Calli has Rett Syndrome. Rett Syndrome is a neurological disability, so it affects her brain. Um, how I was explained was it is she has a missing X chromosome. So girls are born with two X chromosomes and boys are born with an X and a Y chromosome. Rett syndrome happens mostly only in girls. It happens in boys, but they say the boys don't survive because of course they only have one chromosome, so it happens in 1 in every 10,000 girls. I seen something recently that said it happens in 1 in every 7,000 girls, which is still not likely, but it's not as much as it used to be. And honestly, I just think that people are getting the proper testing, maybe because maybe it's more out there, and I don't know, maybe people are looking for it, so they're doing the right testing to get the right diagnosis for, their kids or whatever. But Calli was diagnosed on December, I think it was December 1st, 2014. Yeah, try not to look at the tattoo. I got a little tattoo right there. Rett syndrome is purple, so I got a purple ribbon and have the date on the inside. So she was 2, I think going on 3 years old, and she got diagnosed at the Children's Hospital and through a blood test. So, all girls with Rett syndrome aren't the same, but my daughter is nonverbal, non-mobile, so that means she doesn't walk, she doesn't talk. She has a feeding tube, which you guys see me feed this. Calli was, I would say, different when she was like 10 months old. Maybe even younger than that, but she didn't used to like her feet on the floor. She didn't pull up on anything, and honestly, she never crawled. She used to roll over, but she didn't crawl. And eventually she did like a army crawl, but she still never officially like baby crawled or whatever. I even used to buy like jumpers and stuff, and she wouldn't jump, she would swing. And you could stand her up on stuff to let her stand up, but she wouldn't stand up on her own, and she never took those, first steps, I guess. She for sure used to hold stuff with her hands. She used to say dad. She used to say uh-oh, but with Rett syndrome, you digress. So you lose, the mobility in your hands and the ability to speak. I don't think there's any kids with Rett syndrome that talk. She's still young. She did used to go to therapy, so she still has therapy, but she used to go to therapy for like an hour plus. She used to have occupational therapy, physical therapy, and speech therapy outside of school, and she used to get it in school. And then they kind of just lessened the therapy because they noticed that she still had no desire. So now her therapy kind of focuses on the things that they know that she can strengthen, and things that, are better, not better, but things that they know that she can work on, and things that she will do to improve. So over the time, Calli did develop seizures. They're not like what I would say your typical seizure is, but she does have seizures. It kind of depends how often she has them, sometimes all the time. It just depends. I don't really know what makes her have them often or not as often, but she does have seizures. We go to a Rett clinic, so it's just a clinic just for girls with Rett syndrome, and we're there for like 4 hours a day. You see a physical therapist, a nutritionist, a speech therapist, occupational therapist, and she gets to work on this thing called a Toby. It's kind of like an iPad, and she uses her eyes to move things and to play games and stuff like that. And then she also gets sleep studies. The sleep studies, I guess, check the, I would say waves. I don't even know if that's the right term, but like the waves in her brain, like to see her brain activity. There we go. The sleep study sees her brain activity. She is nonverbal. She still goes to school. She's technically in the 4th grade. I know that's crazy. I got a 4th grader. She's technically in the 4th grade. She goes to a public school and she's in like a special day class. So it's only kids like her in her classroom, not necessarily with Rett Syndrome, but with any type of special ability. They all share one classroom from, I think her classroom is 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders all in one class, because of course, even though she's in the 4th grade and she's 9 years old, her mental capacity in some areas aren't technically where a 9-year-old or 4th grader would be. She does take a school bus. Well, it's a van, but they come and pick her up. So a few years ago, when she first started taking the bus to school, I got her this little necklace. I don't know if you guys can see. And on there it says nonverbal on there. It's kind of messed up, but you can see it says nonverbal. And it has my old number on the back. I low-key need to get her a new one because the front is kind of just ugly now and the number's old. But I got it just for the simple fact that she will be riding on a school bus. And just in case if anything happened, in case of emergency, a car accident, honestly, anything where she has to be, I guess, saved, that they would know that she's nonverbal. I tried to get non-mobile on the back, but I think I need a bigger pendant to be able to put that on there, because they weren't able to do that. But also for me, if we were in a car accident and something happened to me and it was just me and her in the car, I would need them to know that, you know, she wouldn't be able to speak for herself. So that's just a little overall kind of summary about Rett Syndrome and Calli. So thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys, and I hope you guys keep watching. Bye.